Oh, okay. Now we're here in Singida, and it's quite amazing to see the kind of investment that has been done in beekeeping and this project. It's so amazing that we're having a project within a village that has got potential to actually influence or shape Tanzania as well as the continent of Africa. Because what we see, this environment resonates with a number of environments in a number of countries, especially in Southern Africa. And I can just imagine if we are able to actually replicate this kind of setup in Southern Africa, in a number of countries, in a number of rural areas, to try and earn a living out of our bees. And if you look at the extent of the protection that is actually being offered by virtue of the hives being hung along the river, it's amazing. And what I've also gotten to appreciate is that the river is actually now perennial, because there is quite a lot of forests that have been preserved along the river. And this is what we need. I'm very confident that the downstream, we don't have even the problem of siltation, which is a challenge in many African countries where rivers are actually silting, and even dams. If we have this concept, I think we can address a number of issues that are currently a challenge in our communities. And yeah, well done to Singida Beekeeping Village initiative. And I'm really impressed. We are going to see what we can do to tell the world that this is possible, and this is actually in Africa, and it's happening, and it will happen. We want more communities, more rural communities or villages to be converted into beekeeping villages like this. And yeah, I'm excited. I've tried to keep count of the hives that are actually colonized, and I think I got exhausted because there are just too many, and it's quite humbling. I wish I had the whole day to go through the farms. I'm told, we've got many shambas.
Yes.
I don't know how many shambas do you have that have got.
We are having 5 shambas.
5 shambas, and this is just we've seen 2.
Yes, we've visited 2.
2.
Yes, and the 3 we didn't because they are a bit far.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and no, I really thank God that I've managed to visit this initiative. I've seen that there's great potential in actually adding more hives, and I think this can be. We want to have this initiative actually breaking records, if there are any records that have been set, especially in a rural setup where we've got such a number of beehives. And one thing that I've also noticed that maybe the managers, the APIMONDIA managers need to take note of is people that are cutting trees. I've seen quite a number of fresh trees that have been cut. I think about 3-4 heaps, and we even trapped along the river, where the river channel has actually been blocked by branches that have been dumped on the river. And something has to be done, because when we have those trees cut, we are actually reducing the forage. And not only that, it has got ripple effects. So we need to make sure that maybe you need to track and see who actually did the damage, and maybe warning has to be given to those kinds of people, so that people desist from destroying. This is a wonderful project, and I think from an APIMONDIA Regional Commission point of view, if we're able to have, I think, a detailed showcasing of this project, it can actually be a model project that we can show worldwide, because this is wonderful, this is exciting, this is magnificent. Actually, it's breathtaking, if I can say. So we need to do everything that is possible to protect the the forests, the trees that actually that constitute this village. And we need to add more trees so that can also support more hives being mounted in this setup. The other thing that I found very interesting is hives actually tilting because of honey. And I really wished we had bee suits, to really get in the hive and pick one or two fresh combs. But no, this is really exciting, and we need to take this project, I think, to a high level. Officially, I think, even from a regional commission point of view, this is one of the projects that we need to talk about, a success story coming from Africa by Africans. And also very fascinating is that the project is a brainchild of youths. And I wish, we can have this replicated in a number of countries where youths are actually taking the initiative, not to hang along the bridges or indulging in abuse of substances because they feel there are no jobs. Because really, this is one example where youths can actually empower themselves, create jobs for themselves and others. And what a brilliant project.
Well,